Hello Anna, good morning. Today I'm bringing you phrasal verbs with take. I know you're seeing phrasal verbs and you're going crazy because you love them. I know that, but don't worry, it's gonna be super easy. I promise. Okay. And besides, I'm assigning very little homework because we already have the reviews pending there, so I'm not assigning a lot of homework. Okay, just something light, something easy and something just to forget about our daily routines, which is um, pretty well, it's pretty bad actually. But well, let's just forget about that. Okay. So today I'm bringing you phrasal verbs with take. As you know, a phrasal verb is a verb followed by a preposition. So you are going to find take and a preposition now, okay? And now depending, the basic meaning of take is to acquire something, okay? And when you add prepositions, depending on the different prepositions you are going to use, you are going to have different meanings for the verb, okay? So for example, we are going to start with take in. Now, I'm going to give you 5 different phrasal verbs, and each phrasal verb, sorry, has 2 different meanings. So it's a total of 10 different meanings, okay? So in the case of take in, you are going to find first a sentence like, for example, let me think. Take in, you say, I, I, I don't speak French, so when I went to Italy, I couldn't take in what the people said. Okay, I don't speak French, so when I went to Italy, I couldn't take in what people said, what the people said. So as you know, in this case, take in means to understand something. Okay, to say, oh, okay, I get you. Take in. Now it can also mean different meaning. Now, okay, different meaning is when you say, for example, I opened an email that promised me $1 million, but it was a lie, and I was taken in by a scam. Okay, scam is, how do you say that in Spanish? That's estafa. Okay, so to be taken in this case is when someone or something, not something, when someone lies to you, okay, and they take advantage of you for the worse. Okay, that's take in. Now let me give you another phrasal verb, which is going to be take off. Take off is easier, I think. Okay, for example, you can say Michael Jackson took off at the age of 7. He was such a pop star. Okay, took off, that means that he became very successful at the age of 7. His career, his musical career, started to take off at the age of 7. Okay, sorry for my voice, I'm voiceless. I don't know why, I'm not speaking very much because I'm in isolation, but anyway, I'm voiceless. Okay, next one is take off, second meaning. Okay, let me think about, yeah, take off, you can also say, um for example, Susan stopped taking taking the teacher off when he entered the room. Okay, she nailed it though. This means to nail it, to nail something. It means that she did it very well. Lo has clavado. Okay, she nailed it. So she stopped taking the teacher off. This means to imitate somebody, but with the intention of making mockery out of this person. Okay, to laugh at somebody by making a very gross imitation. Okay, take off. All right, next one is take apart. Take apart is the easiest one because it means, for example, this piece of paper is useless. I need, or you can take it apart. you can take it apart. It means you can take the piece of paper, you can take it apart, you can destroy it into pieces and throw it to the bin. Don't worry, because it's useless, okay? You can take it apart because you can take the piece of paper and you can absolutely destroy it, okay? Or for example, the boxer, no, let's change the boxer. Let's say, for example, the volleyball team, the local volleyball team, I like that better. The local volleyball team took us apart. It means, again, destroy, okay? They took us apart. They beat us. They were so good at playing volleyball that we didn't stand a chance, so they beat us, okay? That's take apart. One more for you, two more actually. Okay, next one is going to be take up. But for this one, let me clear this part here. I take up. All right, take up is a phrasal verb that is very visual. When you take something up, for example, you say, we were by the beach and we went to the seashore. The water was rising, so I had to take my pants up. Okay, this means that you take your pants and you roll them up. Okay, this is synonymous to roll up. You roll them up. You take your pants and you don't want your pants to be wet because of the sea water, so you just take them up. Okay, it's very visual. You take something up. All right, next meaning for take up is going to be, oh, you know this one. This one is very common. For example, this quarantine has made me gain a lot of extra weight. I really need to take up a new hobby, a new sport, let's say, a new sport. Okay, you really need to take up a new sport. So when you take up a sport, when you take up a hobby, that means that you start doing a hobby, that you start practicing a sport. Okay, to start practicing something. And finally, take on. Take on was that's maybe you remember take on because of this song that is super famous. I think it's from the 80s, that it says take on me, take on me. That song, like take me high, take on. Okay, take on. In the case of that sentence, in the case of those lyrics, of the song lyrics, that means when you accept somebody, when you accept something, okay? And that is our first meaning, to accept something. For example, he is a workaholic, okay? Workaholic is like alcoholic, addicted to alcohol. So when you are a workaholic, you become addicted to work, okay? So he's a workaholic. He just can't say no to more work. He takes on everything, okay? He accepts everything, every task that is on the building, he accepts it because he is a workaholic, okay? He accepts that. He agrees to do that. And finally, when you say, for example, Amazon is going to take on a new is going to take on 100 new employees. Okay, take on. To take on here means when a company employs somebody. When you are hired by a company, that's a passive, right? When you are hired by somebody, they hire you, they are taking on you, okay? They are hiring you, taking on you. Okay, so these are the 5 phrasal verbs: take in, take off, take apart, take up, and take on. With this information here, we proceed to go to the student's book. Oops, student's book on page 53, and we are going to do only exercises 2 and 3. Okay, just something easy. It's just these 5 phrasal verbs, and just put them to practice. And again, if you need any help about anything at all, just text me. Okay. Let me remind you that we have Skype virtual lessons on Friday. So if you want to participate, you just have to send me a text message, and you'll be there. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.